Hey guys, David here and welcome to the Fit Pro Daily. As it's Tuesday, it's Top Tip Tuesday, which means we've got some easy, simple tips that you can implement in your fitness business right away. But before we get into it, how did you get on with yesterday's interview? Yesterday we had Andy coming on and he was telling us how he's managed to transition from one industry to the other. So he went from the military, then running outdoor boot camps, and now he's managed to create a luxury one-to-one personal training studio, which looked fantastic from some of the pictures he was showing us. So if you're interested in that, definitely go and check out that video that was yesterday's interview. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget you can subscribe by clicking that big red button below. That way you can never miss out on any content we have coming your way. Anyway, let's dive straight into these tips. Okay, on with these tips. This week it's all about how to create better social media content. This is something a lot of people struggle with coming up with the right content that your client's going to be interested in, stuff that's going to get people to engage with, but things that are also going to get people to want to reach out, learn more, and find out how you can potentially help them. So we've got 4 ways that you can improve your social media content. Okay, tip number 1. This is all about consultations. Whenever you're doing a consultation with a new prospect, make sure you have a pen and paper handy and you're writing down everything that they're telling you. When you're asking them what it is they're looking to achieve, write these things down. Why is now a good time to start? Write these things down. What's stopping them from doing it themselves? Write these things down. The more of this consultation you can write down, whenever you're struggling for content or whenever you want to put something new out there, you look back at these forms. These forms are like a gold mine for your content. And this topic alone could cover everything that we're going to talk about today. But when you're in consultations with prospects, write down everything that they're talking about. Then each day, go back to those forms and write a piece of content on their struggles. Okay, tip number 2. This one is all about looking at the prospect's ideal magazines. In other words, what is it the prospect tends to read when it comes to health and fitness magazines? Because these magazines spend millions of pounds every year trying to come up with the best content that their readers would be interested in. So think about your content or think about your clients, think about the magazines that they would read, go and purchase a few copies and have a look what's on the front cover, what's in the first couple of pages, what are the things that really stand out when you look at the magazine front cover. These are the things that your prospects will be buying those magazines for. These are the content that your prospects will be interested in, which means these are the contents and things that you need to be writing about on your social media posts. Okay, tip number 3, and this is all about having a look about what is trending right now. For example, when winter tends to come and I'm a Celebrity is on TV, everybody is talking about I'm a Celebrity. So can you think of ways that you could compare I'm a Celebrity or what's going on in that program to potentially how you can help your prospects achieve these results? So you could be talking about fussy eating and how people on I'm a Celebrity are really struggling with the food that they want. But you can say, I can actually help you get amazing results without having to eat jungle food. I can still help you get amazing results by having your favourite meals. This is how we do it. Their prospects, or your prospects reading this then, will be interested to see because they're interested in that program. They can see that you can relate to them. They can see then how you can potentially help them. And then with a nice call to action at the bottom, tell them to maybe message you or call you or pop in for a chat. It's a great way then to start that conversation and potentially turn that prospect into a sale. Okay, the final one, and this is something most of us never do, and it's called an avatar form. For us at our gym, we only work with over 30s. Whenever a new member of staff comes in, they have to fill in an avatar form of what they think our perfect client would be like. Luckily, most of our staff are over the age of 30, so it's easy for them to relate to what our clients are going through. But if you're not your ideal client, for example, when I started and I was only like 24, 25, and I used to work with over 30s women, it was really hard for me to be able to realize what was going on in their life right now. Which means I had to complete an avatar form. I had to look at what they were worried about, what they loved, what they hated, what their family life was like, what their work life was like, what financial position they'd be in. I needed to know all this information as much as possible So whenever I was writing content, social media posts, websites or emails or having consultations, I was literally saying stuff to them and they were thinking, wow, this guy knows almost more about me than I know about myself. That's literally because I've completed an avatar form in. This is one of the first things we get prospects to do or clients to do when they join us inside the FitPro portal. We get them to fill this form in. This form really gets your eyes open to what it is your clients want to achieve. That way then you can write the content towards them specifically, and when they're reading it, it really resonates with them. They really feel that this content is specific to them. Once they know it's specific to them, they like you, they trust you, they believe in you, and then they'll want to reach out and find out how you can potentially help them get results. So they were the 4 tips on how to create better social media content. I know this video, or if you listen to us on the podcast, may not have been what you were expecting. You might have been thinking I was going to talk about maybe just talking about nutrition or trainings or mindset stuff. Yeah, all that stuff is good, but everybody else does that stuff. We want to be able to relate to our prospects. We want them to think that we understand them, we get them, we know what they're going through. And by being able to relate to them, they're going to trust us, believe us, and like us so much more that they trust us to want to reach out and potentially come and work with us. So go back through these 4 things, listen to them over again, write them down, and then start working away on them so you can create better content for your fitness business. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget you can subscribe by clicking that big red button below. And if you want to see what else we have to offer, then check out some of these videos just here to check out all the other content we have on the channel. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Cheers.